Already passed through Toledo. I'm up to the junction of Highway 224, which I'm going to be getting on to go east. Akron is 51 more miles. So I am going to be getting on to 224 US here east. This will take me into I-76, which will take me back to I-80 to Pennsylvania toll free. So I am on US Highway 224 East. Hope everybody is enjoying their Easter Sunday. The topic of my conversation has been organized religion and its impact on my life, how it has impacted my relationships. And I'm going to make this a little more positive note here that I discussed the situation when my heart was broken. However, did I remain in that state perpetually? No. This ties in with what I said about life being a spectrum. We do go through painful experiences sometimes. Does that mean we're going to stay in pain all the time? No, not at all. It's a spectrum. There are times that are wonderful. Other times you may have to endure some kind of pain. The key is, do we acknowledge we're in pain? Do we acknowledge to ourselves that our heart is broken, that we're emotionally in pain, and experience it, live it, cry about it if we have to, feel like it? This is the town of Ruggles, Ohio. So, what do we do when we're in pain? A lot of people will take pills, a lot of people will take medicine. The reality is, pain is a sign of something that we don't want to try to sweep under the rug. We want to experience this pain fully. But that's how it gets out of our system. We hold on to pain, we don't release it, then we're just going to stay perpetually in a grieving state, and never going to get over it, never going to move on with our life. Is that really how we want to live? No, you don't want to really live that way, because then eventually that pain is going to show up physically in our bodies in other ways that will physically start to affect us if we don't release it and experience it fully. Yes, those are very painful experiences that I've had, but I acknowledge that they were painful. At the time they happened, I didn't try to get away from the pain. I knew it was painful. I acknowledged it to myself, felt it, lived it. And in time, it got released. I didn't feel it anymore. Again, then the cycle in our life goes to up. It doesn't stay bad all the time. If it stays bad all the time, then we're holding on to the pain. Very likely we're not releasing it. We're trying to run away from it. Many people today use drugs for that purpose. They feel pain and they medicate themselves with drugs to get away from that, run away from it, rather than feeling it and experiencing it fully. Of course, when you medicate it all, it's going to store up in your body eventually and lead to other health problems, physical health problems, even cancer, a lot of problems it can cause. This is the town of Troy, Ohio. Troy Township women. And as I said in my account, that woman that had a heart attack or had heart problems, only in her 20s, had to go to the hospital. You see, probably because, very likely, her heart was broken and she wasn't fully acknowledging itself or admitting it to herself, and so it manifested in that heart condition that she had, where she had to go to the hospital. Now, me, it didn't affect that because I did openly acknowledge it. I even cried about it. I wept about it. I knew. I admitted to myself that I was in pain. So it got released, and it did not affect me in that way like it did with her, where she had to go to the hospital because her heart gave out on her, literally. Only in her 20s. This is the town of Nova, Ohio. Probably going to be stopping for lunch when I get to I don't remember the name of the town. When I get up to where I-76 begins, that's probably where I'm going to stop. This is Ohio Route 511. I managed to move on from that. I didn't stay and grieve over it for an extended period of time. I knew it was a lost cause. I moved on from that situation. I got out of the collision a year later. I never went back. And that was kind of a catalyst of what happened with all that. They bring me to that decision. Not an easy thing to do. As I touched on in my last video, talked about, once I left, the elders would not leave me alone. They kept coming to my house every 2 days, knocking on my door. I would have to sit there and not answer the door. It was the hardest thing to not answer to them. But I knew that was the only way I was going to get myself free of all that. I kept answering to them. All I was going to hear was the same BS that Satan was going to devour me like a lion if I didn't go back. So I knew I had to, the only option I had was to ignore their knocks on the door and I'll go somewhere else if I knew or sensed they were coming that day. Just disappear. Thankfully, I lived pretty far out from town, 13 miles away, so they couldn't just pop in on me anytime. They had to make a specific trip out to where I lived. It would usually be around the same time every day that they would come to my door, so I came to know when they were going to come. I would usually figure out some way to not be there. But I moved on eventually after I got out of the religion, after I got scammed out of the money I mentioned in my last video. I actually met a woman on the site who lived in Philadelphia. Ended up in a relationship with her, but it didn't work out. I touched on and met a few other women on a dating site. More local where I live in northern Maine, but most of the women up there were on Social Security, disability. Really, that didn't really appeal to me a whole lot. Said though in a previous video, I'm to a point now where it doesn't really matter. If I find a wonderful match, maybe I will share my life with whoever that is, but if I don't, then I have no problem remaining alone. If I feel like having sex, I can just use my imagination. I don't even need to look at porn or anything. I never have. This is the town of Sullivan, Ohio. Junction with Ohio Route 58. This traffic light. Ashland, Ohio, 13 miles south. Wellington, Ohio, 10 miles north. On this road. Findlay State Park, 6 miles north. The park does have camping available. I was actually going to camp there on one of my cross-country trips I took in 2008. I was going to stop there, but I never made it that far that day. I'm going to try to keep this running, this video, until I get to my lunch stop. Should be in about 15 more minutes. I'll let you enjoy some more views of rural Ohio before I get on I-76. I will in subsequent videos share more experiences with the Jehovah's Witness religion. I don't want to try to share it all in one shot. There's just so much stuff that happened when I was in that religion that it would take many videos to go into all the different things that happened, and there's no way I would be able to cover it all in one video. It was 25 years of hell, that's all I can say for the most part. I stated in my previous videos, how I stayed that long, I don't know how I did it. I don't know how I didn't end up committed into a mental institution from it, with all the stuff psychologically that was put on me. In connection with the divorces, what my ex-wives did to make it even worse than it already was, with experience. But it's going to take many subsequent videos to go into what that all entailed, how that all happened. But I am going to share it. I want people to know what that religion really is all about. If I had known 25 years before that what it was really all about, when he offered me that You Can Live Forever in Paradise book in 1987 in September, I would have told him to move on. If I had known that religion was really about total control like that in your mind, I would have told him to get the hell out of here, probably. I would not have accepted the book. I would not have gone any further with it. Sure, if I had known what the next 25 years was going to hold. At that point, it sounded wonderful. It sounded, wow, we're going to have a paradise earth in my lifetime. I emphasize, in your lifetime. Well, how many years has passed since 1987? Over 30 years has gone by. They claim that Generation 1914 was not going to pass away. The end was going to come, supposedly Armageddon and some major cataclysm. Only Jehovah's Witnesses are going to be saved from it. Nobody else. They claim that God only drew the cream of the crop of humanity to that religion. That God was doing it. So that's why with my second wife, all the horrible things she did while she was in the religion, considered in religion, part of it. So of course, the elders would say, well, God wouldn't have drawn her if she was really a rotten person like that. He wouldn't have drawn her then. And that's the thing. This is Homerville, Ohio. Town of Homerville, junction with Ohio, Route 301, Spencer, 5 miles north, West Salem, Ohio, 4 miles south on this road. So that was their rationale. Back to what I was saying about the religion is their view on it is that God drew only the cream of the crop hearted people to this religion. That in this religion there was total peace, there's total love between everybody. That was their claim. When I was in it, I didn't see that at all. I saw lots of couples that were very unhappy, stuck with each other because of their view on divorce. I saw people who would get kicked out and not have anybody. They would be cut off from all contact because they were kicked out of the religion. Maybe they had a fling with somebody else because they were married, probably because they were unhappy in their relationship to begin with. Their wife wasn't giving them any, so they went somewhere else to get it. Of course, they don't allow divorce if your wife doesn't give you any, or vice versa. You're screwed in that religion because then you're not allowed to get a divorce and look for somebody else if somebody isn't caring for your needs. That's what my ex-wife did to screw me after my daughter was born with her. That was it. She didn't want to have sex with me anymore. And what could I really do about it in that religion? What could I really do? If I found another woman to have it with, I'd be kicked out of the religion, cut off from all contact, and supposedly God would reject me. I'd be destroyed forever, have to spend forever in nothingness. If my ex-wife wouldn't have sex with me because her whole motive was to get pregnant and have a kid. She didn't love me, she didn't care about me. So obviously once she had what she wanted, once that kid was born, that was it. She didn't want to have sex with me anymore at all. So what am I supposed to do then? In that religion, spend the rest of my life celibate, still with somebody, yet not able, had no connection with them. To me, that was insanity. But she did leave. She did walk out and then framed me as being a rotten, horrible husband of the elders. Framed me on the whole thing so she'd have a precedent for leaving. And she got away with it because they believed her. I tried to offer rebuttals to it, but it didn't fly. Of course, after that, then she wanted to play games like, oh, well, I want to go back to you. And I told her, no, you're not ever coming back. But it was just a game she was playing. She knew I was going to say no. And then she used that against me as well. Oh, well, yeah, I want to go back to him, and he doesn't want to work it out with me now. And she would do that. And so I filed for divorce. And of course, because I filed for divorce, religion looked at me as the villain. I had all kinds of restrictions put on me. They kicked me out for it, but they did put all kinds of restrictions on me. Medina, 14 miles. Akron, 33 miles. Ashland, 16, going west on 42 US. South, I'm going north on this. Staying on 224 east. Akron is 33 more miles. Medina is 14 more miles, and that's where I'm going to be probably stopping for lunch. That is where you pick up I-76 from there. You go to Akron and Youngstown beyond Pennsylvania. About the Jehovah's Witness religion. that religion said I had to try to work it out with her and try to go back, I knew it was a lost cause because the whole marriage to begin with was a sham. That second marriage was a total sham to begin with. It would never work because that woman did not care about me. She did not love me. She only wanted a baby. She only wanted the benefits, Section 8, food stamps that would go with it. She was not working. She was getting disability. She didn't want to work. She wasn't truly disabled either. She feigned being disabled so that she would not have to work. She did not really want that child to have a father. She wanted that child for herself, so she would be able to get benefits for that, from having that child. If she really wanted that child to have a father, it would not have turned out the way it did. This was all done in this religion that supposedly draws people that are wonderful-hearted people. Supposedly. Bullshit, but that's what they claim. She would give me the silent treatment for weeks at a time, and then would go to the elders to say that I don't communicate with her. That's the kind of stuff she would pull. After several years of that, when she left, that was it, I was done. Having to constantly be badgered by the elders that I'm not a good enough husband. Constantly I was badgered because she would go to them, lie about me. So I would always have restrictions placed on me. Most of the time I was under restrictions of some sort in that religion. Ohio 421, US 310, Elodie, Indiana. So this is Easter. Again, I hope everybody is enjoying themselves. Even though I'm alone, I am enjoying myself out here doing what I love to do. And sharing my story as to what got me to where I am. Some of the painful experiences I endured. Yet, on a positive note, as I touched on earlier, I did not forever stay in grief over this stuff. I got over it. I-71, 4 miles, Akron, 27 miles. Thinking about going to Popeyes for lunch today. I haven't had Popeyes in a while. There is Popeyes I can think of that This is Friendsville Road coming up. The signal. Subsequent videos, I'm going to go into what happened to me during that 25 years of that religion. So that other people know what that religion is really all about. Most other organized religions follow a similar theme. Of course, some not as blatantly, but all organized religion is out there to restrict people's freedom, control them. I don't believe God is in it. Obviously, I look back at what happened in those 25 years, and I came to the conclusion that God was definitely not in the Jehovah's Witness religion. More like Satan was in it. It wasn't God. I look back at some of the stuff I went through. I was put through psychologically by the elders. And I really believe that it was more Satan than God that was directing things. Or demonic influence, or whatever people believe, negative entities, or whatever you want to call it. They're out there and they're influencing organized religion to control people. Negative entities don't want people to have freedom. And I look back on what happened to me in that religion. God was definitely not in any of it. This is Easter, focusing on God. I do believe in God. I look back at my life, many times I was protected by Him, I'm sure. But I can say with confidence that the Jehovah's Witness religion and most other organized, not all, most are not from God. It's a control mechanism that's control the minds of people. I said in the previous video, if you control somebody's mind, you can get them to do anything. You can get them to give you all their money, even empty their pockets. Coming up is I-71, I-76 for Akron, Cleveland, and Columbus, Ohio. I am going to be stopping for lunch here. Temperature is still 48 degrees, not warming up any today, so there's cloud cover. There's a Super 8 hotel here, McDonald's, Pilot Travel Center, Subway, Burger King, Popeyes, Starbucks. I am going to go into the PA because I did for Popeyes today for lunch. So, and then there's a truck wash, there's a speed coat, 76, I-71. So I'll be getting on 76 after lunch to go east. You see a pull through space, I always try to find a pull through. It's much, much easier. Okay, folks, it's lunchtime.